Eileo guys, and welcome back. So for today's account review, I have my good buddy over here. His name is BimBim pretty much. If you guys see an influx of MSL thumbnails that, obviously aren't official art from 433 themselves, that's probably from BimBim because he does post some of it in Discord, and I've told him already that I'm going to steal it. I'm going to promote it anyways. So if you do see it, it might have been from BimBim. I found out another guy in Discord also does some MSL art, or he used to, and I've been using it, and I'm just like, dude, how come no one told me this? How come no one told me this? I don't mind giving credit where credit is due. But anyways, he asked me to take a look at his account and just address a few issues. So let's go ahead and get right into that, my boys. I already went ahead and went through your mons just to make sure everything's all good. And for the most part, everything's good. There is the issue of gem quality, which may mean that maybe you're not farming golems enough, or possibly just unlucky with golems, which I don't blame you because it takes a while to gem up a mon properly. But everything else checks out just fine. There's no triple crit rates anywhere. You don't have your fire cupid on triple recovery. You don't have your fire Draka on defense, or something crazy like that. But everything pretty much checks out. I do notice that you try to put all of your sea strikers, as much as you can at least, on leech sets, which is perfectly fine. This one has a flat gem, no big deal. You have a defense gem up there, and then you have an attack gem. In my opinion, if you can get 2% off some of these gems and one is a flat, then oh well, it doesn't matter. It's already hard enough to get these gems from dragons anyway, so 2 out of 3 ain't a big deal. I'm not gonna say, oh no, you shouldn't do that, but if it works, it works. So the only real issue here is just, of course, getting the gems for it. Now, you asked for advice with Titans as well, and when I went through your box, I noticed that I didn't see a fire cupid in here. Well, actually, I've seen one. You have one fire cupid for your fire squad, so he's the only one pretty much doing attack up for any of your fire mons. You do have, where's he at? You do have fire Katin as well, but he's not even able to do his attack up. So number one, if you want to do more damage in Titans, you definitely need healers on the right side that can boost up the damage of your sea strikers. If you don't have them boosting up the damage of your sea strikers, then they're not going to do any more damage than what they're doing now. So do keep that in mind. I would definitely try and pick up at least a couple more fire cupids if you can, like at least one more. If not, pick up another fire Katin. Really depends on your Titans situation. But quick disclaimer too, I'm not a pro at Titans. You can ask the dudes over there in Kaizen. Some of my Titan builds are like, okay, understandable, and then some of them are just like, bruh, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm not a Titans expert. I'm just telling you what I know at the very least. So if there's any Titans experts out there, feel free to leave a comment below and tell him what he needs. But again, you need to invest in at least in the more mons that are able to do attack up and not just one of your fire cupids. Definitely get him up to 60. There's no reason not to if you're going to use him for Titans. Even if he has sap. Again, you have one water cura. I would pick up another water cura at the very, very minimum, just so you have 2 attack ups on both of the teams for Titans. So both of your right sides, you would have at least 2 mons that can do attack up for both of them. And also pick up a wood minicat. I didn't see any mons that you have that can do attack up over here. I could be wrong, but pick up a wood minicat. Wood minicat can do attack up. He's perfectly viable for your wood mons because you have Garuda, you have Zubaji, you have Wood Merlin. He's perfectly viable for your wood mons to boost their attack up. So definitely pick him up when you can. And you do have 2 Hanas, but with debuffing, again, you could pick up another Wood Fibian. I see Wood Fibian being run twice. You do have a Wet Draka, but it's only Evo 1. I'm trying to think of what other wonderful debuffers. Shelly's fine. You can do Shelly, Water Seedler. And then for the fire. No. Oh yeah, Wood Radish is a good one too. Wood Radish. Who for fire though? I'm having like a massive brain fart, dude. any mon that can do defense down and attack up, like Neza. Neza's always great. Even at Evo 2, they're great. I mean, Evo 3 would be optimal just so they have maximum stats, but even at Evo 2, perfectly fine. So feel free to pick up a couple more Nezas if you can. Once again, this advice is unlicensed. You don't have to take it. I could be wrong, but this is just as general as possible because I'm not a super big Titan expert, but at least get some more mons that can boost up the attack of your existing Sea Strikers, and of course more mons that can help debuff. So after those mons on the left side have debuffed, for the right side you have 2 healers, I believe, and 2 Sea Strikers. I think it's ideally one mon that can do attack up and one mon that can do defense up for your healers, and then 2 Sea Strikers, and you should be golden. I do know that Nestia has a guide as well. If not, I mean, I can try and help you in a Discord, but I'm not an expert at it. I can't do everything. I can't do everything. And next up on the list is addressing your concern with Light Colossus. You definitely do have the mons to nuke him, so I don't see this being much of an issue. It's more along the lines of their investment. Like, things might need to be tweaked in order for you to do it, but I'm 150% sure that you can do this. So with Light Colossus, like I've heard millions of times, he does not have defense, but I still bring my Dark Thor in there. I still do it, man. I still do it. Even if he has 0 defense, I'm still getting defense down applied on him with his 0 defense. I still feel like I'm doing something with my Dark Thor. But if you don't want to use Dark Thor, that's perfectly fine. For your first team, I would suggest maybe someone along the lines of course, Gatito, Kiki, Dark Bulby, and you could even do Dark Sea Star if you need a crit lead. I hear that Dark Misha is pretty decent in there as well, but you could run Dark Kiki, Dark Gatito, Dark Seedler, and Dark Bulby for your first team. If he has 0 defense, you can just go up in there and smack the dude, and they should be doing all kinds of damage on him. Now with Bulby though, if you might use this team for the second team anyways, but if you decide to use it for the second team, if you can get Gatito's 5-star off with exposed weakness, the dude is pretty much guaranteed dead. There's no ifs, ands, or whys about it. He's pretty much guaranteed dead. So if you want to save this for the second squad actually and have Dark Kiki, Dark Gatito, one of your Dark Seedlers, and Dark Bulby as a second squad after the first squad gets nuked at half HP, definitely try that out. Just figure out what works for you. But Gatito and Bulby, especially with exposed weakness put down on him, will put all kinds of hurt on him. If you want more damage out of your Gatito, of course, he needs to be on Ruin. I understand if you can't do that right now, not a super big deal, but Ruin will give him even more damage. You do have a Shadow that you're working on getting to Evo 3 as well, so he can provide attack up if you need it. So that's another one that you can keep in mind. But for your first squad, you could... What? Who else do you have? You could bring Dark Fib. I'm not sure if you can bring 2 of the same mons in there though. I'm not sure. But you can bring Dark Fib in there. I'm not sure how Amazing Shadow would be in there. I mean, his main selling point, of course, would be damage and then his attack up. But I'm not sure nuking wise how efficient he would be. I don't see a Dark Moonflower either. But you do have a Wood Anu, even though he's on a what is this? A Siphon set. You do have a Wood Anu. You have a Water Anubis. Heck, you might be able to just bring Draka in there, dude. You might just bring Draka in there. Because I don't feel like he has that much HP for Sea Striker to be super amazing at. If not, bring a hard-hitting mon with Hunter at the very, very minimum. Bring whatever the hardest hitting mon that you have with Hunter for your first squad. Go up in there with Dark Fib. You can bring Seedler if they allow you to use 2 Seedlers. Shadow, I'm not 100% sure how good Shadow will be, but you can bring him in there as well. And Tina's only Evo 2. Okay. Yeah, Tina's only Evo 2. But just bring as many hard hitters as you can for that. See Banshee, she's HP aggressor. Leo. Actually, you could probably bring Dark Misha in there. I do believe Dark Misha can solo it. Don't quote me on it, but I do believe Dark Misha can solo on maybe like a Leech set or something. I don't know for sure, but you could bring Dark Misha in there, Seedler, Shadow, and Dark Fibian, but Shadow might cancel out Misha because he's healing Misha every turn instead of letting Misha's HP get low. But you can use that as your possible first squad just to get the Colossus to half HP, come out with Dark Kiki, Dark Gatito, another Dark Seedler, and Dark Bulby. Hopefully get exposed weakness off on the Titan, not on the Titan, but on the Colossus first, and then nuke that dude to the ground. So you shouldn't have any problems. You just need to really get a Dark Seedler up, continue leveling up your Shadow. Dark Fibian is of course optional. I know I support the occult of Dark Fibians, but he's of course optional unless you want to go off another hard hitter like one of your News or your Leo. Any mon that has Hunter at this point in time would be the best bet for you. But that should take care of like Colossus. There might be some tweaking that you need to do, but I think that should work out for you. And we're checking your mom box over here. You ever water on my OG? She has double Hunter. Just some Nat 4s in here. Yeah, so nothing extraordinary. I'm curious to see how much damage a Dark Colt would do. Maybe I should build my Dark Colt up and try him out on Light Colossus. But I think that should address your Light Colossus issue pretty well, because if you have Gatito and Bulby, then 98% of your problem with Light Colossus, as long as they're built right and he's able to get his active off, is pretty much solved. If he can't get his active off, yeah, he might be a little bit more creative. But Gatito and Bulby alone should be able to get that dude to half his HP. Dark Kiki in there too. You shouldn't have much of an issue with that. And your last issue that you want to address was your, I believe your defense team for PvP. I'm not a PvP expert either. I'm sorry, man. I'm not. I'm very, very lazy with PvP, which is unfortunate. But if you're farming out PvP, then you can just keep your Dark Rudolph right there. Have her just tank them blows, dude. But for your like a real defense team, like if you didn't want to climb anymore, what I see a lot in PvP is of course aggressors. You always see freaking Light Nike in there, which is perfectly fine. She's perfectly viable. But oh yeah, you do have a level 60 water on my OG, so that's one to keep in mind. I do see Arthur being used in there as well, but I do believe he's more attack. I feel like, I don't know, I feel kind of like Water Arthur is more of a threat in PvP than Wood Arthur, but maybe I'm just crazy. You do have a Light Vault, but it really depends on how she's built in terms of her being a threat. But I know you have other mons, my dude. Verde, extremely annoying. Extremely annoying. Wouldn't bring Dark Misha in there. Water Shiva could be okay. He could be okay. Especially at Evo 3. Light Fibian, Snow White would have been great to have. If you could have got her to Evo 3, she would have been a blessing. You do have 2 Dark Mihos, so you can always bring in 2 Dark Mihos as well. But there's not a super duper big choice. You do have a Light Seastar who's getting a Super Evo pretty soon, but even a Light Miho might have been better. But for your defensive team, you obviously want a plethora of number 1 tanky and annoying mons. Nike can definitely be very, very annoying. Light Valk, depending on how she's built, can be annoying. Light Verde, without a doubt, extremely annoying. Dark Miho, especially if one has like high resist and like high crit, very, very annoying as well. And for your hidden, I'm not sure about that, so I'm gonna leave this up to you guys to help us pick out a good defense team for him. Purse could work here too, but let me scroll through very, very slowly once again, so the boys out there that know how to do this can help not only me out but BimBim out. But I'll do a slide slow, a slow slide, my B. And any recommendations you guys have, feel free to drop them. Like, it's okay to know when you're out of your element, because I don't want to spread false stuff. I do see people with fire jacking there too, which if you don't kill him, you're in for a bad time. But the essence of PvP defense is to make your mons as tanky as possible, as unkillable as possible, and as hard-hitting and annoying as possible. The more scummy the build, the more mons that you have on Pugilist, or that you have with insanely disgusting high resist and all kinds of HP and SP siphon and AoE defense downs and AoE stunts, the better off you are. That's just how it is, man. It just gets scummy the higher up you go. But that's pretty much it. That's all that you wanted me to address. So I'm going to address those issues. I definitely hope this video helps you out. I definitely hope others check this video out and at least can provide some insight to BimBim, because BimBim's quite a good guy, quite a good friend as well over there on the Discord. And if you guys haven't checked the Discord out yet, what are you waiting for, boys? Come over, come hang out with your boy. Come hang out with my cat that's sitting on the floor that you can't see. Come hang out with Light Doggo on the bed resting. Come hang out with us and all the other guys in Discord as well. But that's pretty much it, the end of this video, you guys. Once again, a shout out to BimBim for allowing me to check out his account. I definitely hope this advice helps. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.